It began with a faint vibration beneath the cold soil of northeastern China. At first it seemed ordinary, a passing tremor, the kind people barely notice. But within seconds, the ground under Jilin Province stirred with quiet power. Instruments across Asia blinked alive. At 7:45 p.m. local time, on Saturday, October 25th, 2025, the Earth moved. Deep below the borderlands of China, Russia, and North Korea, something ancient shifted, and the tremor it released reached cities hundreds of kilometers away. The earthquake struck near the city of Hunchun, in China's Yanbian Korean Autonomous Prefecture, not far from where the borders of three nations meet. It registered a magnitude of 5.5 according to the China Earthquake Network Center. But what truly shocked experts wasn't its strength, it was its depth. The quake came from nearly 560 kilometers beneath the surface, a place where most earthquakes never begin. For a moment, it was as if the planet exhaled from its core. Seismologists called it a deep focus earthquake, one of the rarest types. Unlike shallow quakes that tear through cities, these occur when tectonic plates collide and one is forced deep into the Earth's mantle. At such depths, the rocks don't shatter. They bend, releasing energy silently across thousands of kilometers. The European Mediterranean Seismological Center confirmed the readings, a magnitude 5.5 at a depth of 548 kilometers. Other agencies soon followed with slightly different numbers. France's RENAS recorded it as 5.3, Germany's GFZ listed 5.2, and the Raspberry Shake network, run by citizen seismologists, matched the same. The variations were small but expected. At that depth, the Earth's own layers distort seismic signals like sound underwater. In Hunchun, a city of around 77,000 people, the night began normally. Families were eating dinner, children were watching television, shopkeepers were closing for the day. Then, just after sunset, a low vibration rolled beneath their feet. It wasn't violent, more like the rumble of distant thunder. Furniture rattled, hanging lamps swayed gently, and water glasses trembled on wooden tables. Residents paused, unsure. Some looked out of their windows expecting wind or trucks passing by. Within seconds, it was over. A moment of silence followed, eerie, heavy, and uncertain. From Aoji to Tumen, from Yanji to Wangqing, the tremor was felt faintly but clearly. No alarms, no panic, just the unsettling reminder that the Earth is never still. Within minutes, the China Earthquake Network Center released its official bulletin. The quake, they said, struck at 43.08 degrees north latitude and 131.10 degrees east longitude, deep below the land where mountains fade into the sea. The Ministry of Emergency Management immediately activated its emergency protocols. Overnight, assessment teams moved out across Hunchun and nearby towns. They inspected residential buildings, bridges, tunnels, hospitals, schools, and power facilities. Drones scanned infrastructure for cracks or displacements. The response was swift and methodical. By early Sunday morning, local authorities reported no casualties, no property loss, and no major damage. The quake had shaken nerves, but not structures. The only evidence it left behind was a quiet tension that lingered in the air. Liu Zheng, a spokesperson for the Jilin Provincial Emergency Management Department, said that inspection teams were still checking vital systems, but emphasized that the situation remained stable. There was no indication of any secondary risk to the public. The tremor was too deep to damage buildings, yet strong enough to remind everyone of the planet's restless power. In nearby Yanji and Tumen, some residents described hearing a faint rumble before their walls shook slightly. Others said their pets reacted first, barking or hiding moments before the vibration reached the surface. But just as quickly as it began, it ended. Life resumed its rhythm, television sets flickered back on, and the city's noise drowned out the memory. Experts from the China Earthquake Administration explain that deep focus earthquakes like this one occur where the Pacific Plate dives beneath the Eurasian Plate, a zone known for slow but powerful geological motion. The region where Jilin sits lies near the junction of the Amur and Okhotsk plates, an area that occasionally releases stress through moderate quakes. Professor Zhang Wei, a senior seismologist, said such quakes fascinate scientists because they reveal what happens in the planet's hidden layers. At depths beyond 500 kilometers, rocks exist under immense heat and pressure. Instead of cracking like brittle stone, they deform plastically, bending, stretching, and suddenly releasing built-up tension in a burst of energy that ripples outward. That energy can travel vast distances, which is why people in parts of North Korea and Russia's Primorsky Krai also reported feeling gentle vibrations. However, because the focus was so deep, the surface shaking remained weak. Experts reassured that the chance of significant aftershocks was almost zero. By dawn on Sunday, Hunchun had returned to normal. Markets opened, buses ran on schedule, and people talked about the quake with a mix of curiosity and relief. The government issued reminders urging citizens to check gas lines, electrical systems, and emergency kits, standard precautions after any seismic event. Television channels replayed clips of the earthquake's coordinates, showing maps of the region and graphs of the seismic waves. Analysts discussed how such deep quakes differ from the devastating surface ones that have scarred China's past, like the 2008 Sichuan earthquake, which killed thousands. Jilin's quake, by contrast, was a lesson in hidden movement, a reminder of how nature can stir without destruction. Though Saturday's tremor caused no tragedy, it added another page to China's long seismic history. From the mountains of Tibet to the borders of Manchuria, the country sits atop a web of restless fault lines. Each region tells a different story, some violent, some silent. Authorities vowed to keep monitoring the area. Seismic instruments across northeastern China remain alert, collecting data from every small movement underground. The China Earthquake Administration continues refining its models, using this deep focus event to understand more about the layers that lie far beneath human reach. For the people of Hunchun, life has gone back to routine. The tremor became a brief conversation topic, a shared memory of a night when the earth murmured from 1,000 kilometers below. No lives lost, just a pulse from the planet's hidden heart. Powerful, distant, and unforgettable. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more clear and calm reports on extreme weather events. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Please note that some footage in this video is for illustrative purposes and may not depict the exact events described. Thank you for watching and stay safe.